managed to take that game that late. I don't know what the other cores were that he had in his team. I think that's more the crucial aspect because right now, like, Ember is nice, but Ember doesn't have the damage to kill off 3 enemy cores. Same with Beastmaster, 3 enemy strength cores, and same with Beastmaster. Like, Tiny, Bristle, and Wraithing are very hard to kill. Then you add in the Sunray heal, plus they don't have good Phoenix Egg hitters either, because Doom has horrible attack animation for the most part. And game gets pretty dangerous at that point. You even have a chance for the ultra late game that moves on the Phoenix gets just Ags and saves anyone who gets doomed.
Yeah, probably their focus is to try to jump the Phoenix with Night Stalker, Beastmaster. Let's see if they're gonna be able to do that. It's not that easy when you play against these heroes that want to go at you, like Bristleback, Wraith King, Tiny.
Yeah, they got big frontliners. I'm sure the AA should be able to get caught quite a decent amount. Phoenix shouldn't have the biggest issue because obviously the Night Stalker is going to be used to catch the Phoenix, but on the other hand, if Phoenix pops egg, Night Stalker is useless. Big old translator. What are they saying?
Let me start from the beginning. Let me go up. Illich saying that who is malo? Who is bad? Maybe Pippi is bad? Pippi's like I don't know, man. They're saying some weird things.
Just random
Amigo.
trash talk? Ah, okay.
There's
So
some background.
production's mentioning that it has to do with someone eliminating probably Panda, which I understand.
Panda.
If you eliminate Panda, then you're very mean because everyone loves Panda.
That makes sense. He said, Mi gordito. That should be Panda.
Yep, Panda is of course in a team Compromiso, which they are going to be playing tomorrow against Heroic. Yeah, we're doing that match actually. So Panda is still alive. They did win 2-1 against Starbucks just now. I mean, I'm actually looking forward towards that match as well.
Yeah.
Last 4 teams in the South American closed qualifiers still left standing. 2 of them make it to DreamLeague, so gonna be an exciting day tomorrow, but we still have to end this day strong. Illich on that Bristol pack at the bottom. Are they swapping lanes, it seems, with K1 maybe going top? I guess so. It is good against the Beastmaster.
Yeah, they want to force the matchup.
Oh, Illich is gonna get jumped, and First Blood gets secured. Which, I mean, yeah, at least grabs the bounty, which is a plus, but it's only a 2-for-2 bounty rune trade, so his death felt very much in vain.
Giving First Blood to Ember Spirit is kind of bad. He's gonna have like early bottle. Then he's not gonna like bother that much that Tiny is denying his creeps.
Yep, that's always great for the Ember as you want to get as much out of the lane as possible. Ember has been getting a lot better in the laning stage, but still has very big weaknesses against high damage dealing heroes like Tiny. And I'm curious to see, because I've seen a lot of Embers just not level Searing Chains and go for max level Sleight of Fist with a couple of Flame Guard levels. I do hope to see a little bit more of a gank Ember to help out the side lanes earlier, as they do feel very much like an early game draft on the Mosquito side.
Yeah, Ember Spirit like being the big playmaker, going around with this guy over there.
El Micho,
Ringmaster, they can do a lot.
El Micho got caught top lane against Scorched Earth Inferno Blade. It's not great. Like, there's not much an AA can do in a push 4 role like this. If you get pulled out of position, Yodomi as well with the Impalement Arts can constantly keep slowing you down.
The whole thing here for Perrito Panzon is that they need to shut down Beastmaster and give a good game for the Bristleback. That's their mission. That's their intention here. So they don't really bother if AA is dying top as long as Beastmaster is not farming. K1 can always recover at the jungle.
That is true. That's also one of the bigger things that they have. They've got a Bristleback and a Wraith King, both incredibly fast jungle farming heroes, with the Wraith King having the Bone Guard facet, and obviously Bristleback being a Bristleback. So, have Ancient Apparition with a point in Ice Vortex, for instance, could help significantly in farming up some, or stacking the jungle camps. Yodomi fighting up against El Micho with a chase coming in. And Yodomi staying alive as well with the usage of his souvenirs.
That one's really weird. But it saved him.
Yeah. That's the whoopee cushion available as well. Pyke is going to get stunned up topside. And that's also one of the most classic combos. AA in combination with a Wraith King or a CK, just the easy setup for the stun to land, the cold feet. Because normally you are laning with a safe lane like a PA and they can still outrun your cold feet stun location.
I'm looking forward a Phoenix rotation to the top lane. But Bristleback needs to be healthy for that to be possible.
Bottom lane as well, a little bit dicey. Moose and Illich both very low, but has a magic wand and such, so Illich is back to full mana, half HP. The swapping of a couple of items. And, I mean, he's doing a really good job. 22 last hits on the Bristleback. All three lanes are going well for the Radiant side so far.
Yeah, that way they will secure Bristleback's gonna hit his timings. This is really important for this kind of lineups.
Pyke takes a lot of damage top lane, but he's got the heal creep. So with the Devour, so he'll be able to constantly keep healing himself a little bit. So has the heal amplification aura because of it.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Just to stay alive, otherwise top lane will be even rougher. Which it already is, very much so, for Pyke. He's only got 17 last hits. Oh, Yodomi. Wraith Fire Blast is still gonna get chased down. Hector's actually not gonna go in for more, even though Hector has boots and Yodomi doesn't. Yodomi was 100% dead there. No, you already used the whoopee cushion.
Oh, yeah.
I guess because Yodomi is now gone, Pyke would still stand in the lane and they're going to rotate through. This might have just been the 5D chest. Knowing that they would be able to get the more important kill, and they do. If that was actually the reason why, that they know that Yodomi is not going to be there to help him, that would be a heads up move.
We need to wait for the true sight.
Yep, the true sight for the DreamLeague 26 qualifiers. If only we ever got another true sight. I am getting my Aegis delivered in the upcoming week, I think.
Oh.
Radiant are scanning.
I only have one other Aegis because I never actually bought the levels.
I have none.
Sad. They are beautiful though. Oh, PP taken down. Michel as the Void, but he's just gonna die to Dark Mago, and Dark Mago even tanks the Impalement art there. against the Phoenix. So a lot of good kills in a row happening here for Perrito Panzon.
This is Dark Mago playing himself, basically. Tiny is like part of him.
And they're having a very good time in all three lanes. Even K1 in the top lane. He's got his little skeleton army already to just keep cutting the creep wave.
Now he's gonna start farming. What is he buying on Doom? Let me see. I wonder if he goes
Midas.
Midas. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he has the Devil's Bargain facet, so you kind of have to.
Okay.
If you go
Otherwise, he
for
would.
the facet, the other facets are just...
Radiant's
Yeah.
courier has been killed.
He gets
I
easily
really don't like
outfarmed.
this. I really don't like this facet because it just feels so disappointing.
Radiant's bottom tower
Pay to
is
win?
under attack.
Yeah, well, boring to win. Like, the other one, like, increased doom duration also sounds incredibly good, though. But, speaking of which, it does get used. They get the kill onto Illich. He dies to a neutral, actually. Well, Dark Mago is looking for a target. Spike is going to get tossed up in the sky. Rotation through from PP from behind. Jumps in, catches out El Misho. Root onto Dark Mago. Big rotation, 5-man move. Dark Mago will get a kill onto Yadomi. But without the Wraith King of K1 there, they should lose a third hero in that position. In comes the Bristle. Everyone's got to run, as Lich would otherwise clean up house. But yeah, K1 is... he didn't really want to join his teammates there, even though that would have probably been 2-3 kills for him.
He doesn't care. He just now he's farming. He's the carry. So that was all space for him. And I have to say this: Vitaly, Bristleback being denied by the creeps is on the Beastmaster. The Bristleback ran into the Ancient camp. The chances of him getting killed by the Ancients is really high.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Well, you
attack.
can't always get what you want, it seems. Speaking of which, Vitaly is going for the Ags. Same with the Bristleback. So both offlaners about the same route idea. But it's going to be this Mage Slayer that from PP that's going to be very impactful to deal with the damage output from Bristle. Do you
Everyone
prefer
but
this game that the Bristle goes for the Ags build, or do you prefer it more of the defensive build? Because he also has the Seeing Red facet, so not the Viscous Nasal Goo AoE stuff.
yeah, I like the Aghanims route. Problem is playing against Doom and not being able to go like Bloodstone later, so I
Dire's
don't know.
bottom tower is under attack.
Wraith King... Yeah, we have Armlet already done on K1, but his next item is Deso that he's looking to get. That's old classic Wraith King build. No Radiant shenanigans this time around. I like it. It's very good for tank busting and quick kills. But then I really would have liked the Bristleback to go for the other facet with the AoE Viscous Nasal Goo. Oh, Michel dropping low, taken down. They dive in deep.
Dire's middle tower
K1 needs to be careful not to lose his first life. But they also
Okay,
have the
Onyx
Phoenix
Toggle.
Egg behind it. Yeah,
AA
just
still doesn't have
toggling.
6, so they probably will avoid fighting for now. But if AA had 6 in there,
tower is under
that would be a really good fight for them.
Some nice stacks for Vitaly to clean up. Currently closing in on towards his Aghanim Scepter.
Gonna get it
Dude.
in a really decent timing.
Ooh, failed stack there by El Misha. Rip. Reported.
Can have everything.
Bad AA gaming.
Well, he got the last hit on the catapult.
Had to use Chilling Touch for it, though.
A lot of carry players missed that one.
Radiant are scanning.
Illich, 2 pieces of his axe finished. Let's see, where is... Doom is off cooldown. This is also very nice. Pike has the Tendrils of the Deep Facet. And with the Riverborn aura as well, it's... God, it's such a good thing to take for the Doom. AoE stun,
Radiant structures
in
are
combination with a 10% movement speed bonus and outgoing damage when you're in the river.
They're meant to be. The script, Doom.
While in mid, actually, Dark Mago is going to get caught with the Yadomi Wheel of Wonder. Phoenix Egg was even used for that fight, but there was no backup to save the life of their Tiny.
AA
Looking at
ult.
this game, who do you think is in a more favorable spot the later this goes?
Later this goes. I'll stick with Radiant. Phoenix, AA late game, if you have enough frontline, is really hard to play against. And if you lose a fight, Wraith King's just gonna demolish your base.
Well, speaking of Wraith King, K1 might be in a little bit of trouble topside. He's trying to farm, but they are right behind him. Smoke gets broken, Wraith King gets sent back. They get the control. No TP's coming in just yet. No TP's coming in at all. While on the other end, they're looking for Vitally. Dark Mago, no Blink Dagger just yet.
Oh,
Wraith King is finally gonna get taken down, but they will find Vitally as a respawn skill.
yeah, they really knew that. Like, the chances of saving K1 there were low, so getting the return kill
Dire's bottom
Well,
was
this
the
is
best
just
option.
revenge. This is just revenge. He didn't help out bottom. They don't help him now. This is SA we're talking about. Sometimes you gotta get petty. But in all honesty, it was a good kill. They got the tier 1 tower secured as well. Though now gotta be careful because there is a nice stalker ulti. Elmi show. It's gonna get slowed down, but the Avatos reveal from Dark Mago scares them off. Elmi show is struggling here. And drops to Michel. PP comes running in. There is an egg available for Moose.
Okay.
And dives to the side. Pike has the Doom available. Is going to go in. Avalanche. Keep them at bay. Wheel of Wonder in the area. The Phoenix. Can he get the dive out of there? Night Stalker ulti gets used the Roar to secure the kill. There is still a Doom available on Pike. But everything and the kitchen sink was just thrown at that Phoenix.
Yeah, they need to fight on their own terms on Radiant side. They really need the Aghanims on Bristol back, so no point in forcing these engagements. Like, just let the Phoenix die or wherever, but don't put yourself in risk. You're waiting on for the Dazzle on Wraith King too, so you need to be cautious.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
One thing that Doom, of course, does have that's pretty nice against these very tanky cores is the percentage-based damage of Infernal Blade.
Yeah.
That always does skill heavy into the late game. PP will get smacked. Have a toss. I mean, it's another one of those combos, right? Anyone that has a bit of lockdown in combination with the AA Ice Blast is an easy kill.
They're getting heavily outfarmed on Dire. Look at Bristol back. Even Wraith
Axon
King.
almost shard. Tormentor should also be a good target for both these teams to secure as soon as possible. As both sides have very good Tormentor and Roche taking.
I think if you're Radiant, you just go Tormentor and you start chasing more kills. Now the Bristol is ready.
Dire are
K1
scanning.
can just be close enough with the Skellies with pushing.
Interestingly enough, Doom's going for the Echo Saber.
No
I-
comments. Let's see.
I Yeah, I don't know. So it might be great, might not be. I'm curious to see how it's gonna unfold.
Maybe it's
Top
the
side,
Inferno Blade build.
I mean, does it like the second hit doesn't
Radiant
work
are
with
scanning.
Infernal Blade? That's why I'm confused.
Yeah, I know. But I don't know. I know, but I don't know.
The more you know.
I hope
As
I learned something today with this Echo Saber and Doom. Let's see.
maybe it's the build. You know, don't do pro tracker is dead, or you know, most the biggest part of it doesn't really exist anymore. Um, so we're gonna have to find our builds and strats somewhere else. That's of course the advantage of what they changed. Now you're gonna be forced to watch these tournaments and qualifiers and everything in between, just so that you know what's happening in the pro scene. I did like the change though. Personally, for me, not so much because I'm around the 8K mark, so I can't play with some of my friends anymore. But for the most part, it is good that you can have like content videos and stuff being made again on specific builds that are coming into the game and stuff that you can't just look up on Dota2 Pro Tracker. Oh, they're looking to get 2 quick kills here, with Illich getting both.
I don't think they are ready to face this Bristleback.
Dire's
Even
middle
Wraith
tower
King,
is
level
under
12,
attack.
Dazzle. Really
Dire's
big power
structures
spike
are
for the
falling.
hero. It's just
Yeah,
too much damage.
Then the Tiny going for the BKB next. The really only tool that they have in their arsenal that is amazing against the Bristleback and Wraith King would be the Doom, but it's also a stupidly long cooldown. And most of the time, your safe laner doesn't want to join the fights just yet. A toss in, and PP is dead once again. It's such an easy pickup. You managed to get the vision on him. They
And
even
Code Feet,
forced it.
1 point connecting. Also really
Also,
nice.
very important, Pike needs to change up his choices because he's had like the tendrils of the deep ravage thing and such, and he's had the purge creep, but now he's got siege shot. So siege shot's terrible. He needs to get a different one.
Maybe he has a plan.
Oh, but he's gonna get tossed back. There is the Phoenix Egg dropped, but he is already blown to smithereens, and Phelps trying to run away. Should be able to disengage far enough. But yeah, the man with the plan, not going to be that effective right now.
Oh, 9k, 8k difference already.
Under attack.
Yeah, there's no Phoenix Egg available, but he does have the Force Staff. So if Night Stalker tries to get on top of him, it's back to daytime moment. So the tier 2 tower mid is going to get secured. And I mean, they're very aggressive, but they have all the reason to be. Without Doom, there's no way they can kill Bristleback.
Just 5 manning.
Have a toss onto PP. There's going to be a jump. Going for Yadomi. Illich has to be a little bit careful, though, of the Doom. Oh, Avatos, there's going to be an Ice Blast flying through. It's not going to connect in time. But this time, it will not be PP getting blown up, but Illich gets a free kill onto Vitally on the back line. PP is still being chased further forward. Can Hector Armlet toggle? Is going to get healed up. Avatos onto 2. They lose Yadomi. PP jumps to the side. He doesn't have any more remnants to use except jump in aggressively on the enemies. And will eventually get taken down. The Mage Slayer is doing so much, but still just too little. They will find the Doom. Pike, is he gonna get anyone? No. Nothing
Bro,
gained. 5
at
kills.
this point, I don't know. Do you call it? Because your high ground
mean,
defense is not amazing.
It is. It definitely isn't. Though I do think that they should have at least gotten 2 kills out of that fight in response.
Has fallen.
They just they didn't fight at all. They were underneath the tier 2 tower. They even used fortification there to deal damage to the enemies. But they were just running away. Illich gets, Vitally gets randomly caught by Illich with another bristleback move and doesn't even get his ulti off. And they just get shredded.
Their only play now is wait for the BKB on Doom, then you go. Because BKB on Beastmaster is gonna take a lot of time.
Oh, BP, no toss coming in. This time Dark Mago's gonna get caught, and that's a good read.
Dire's middle tower.
In response, though, they are chasing for more. PP is gonna get caught there. The Sunray heal is gonna keep K1 alive. The Doom gets thrown out onto Illich, but Pyke is in response. Tendrils of the Deep keeps him alive for a little bit longer. The Phoenix Tech in the middle of the entire enemy team will find 2 kills. And Illich is back with a vengeance after his Doom has just ended. Chasing after Michel, Illich, the slow, the catch, the root, the kill.
And there's the charges building up.
Yep, Wraith King, he's also got that Blink Dagger. They're going to head into the Roche Pit. You give that Aegis to the Bristleback because Wraith King still... I mean, technically he doesn't have a reincarnation for another 2 minutes, but you just give it to that Bristle and the game is
Tiny.
already super rough. Yeah, but Tiny's going BKB anyway and he feels very weak. You just want to have Illich running mayhem in the team fight. He's almost done with the SNY as well, so you're going to have the duration reduction on Doom.
They just don't... Like, they need to be careful. They got ahead of themselves at the top lane, going all in on this Ember Spirit, now waiting for the team. Tiny just got blown.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah. PP is surviving definitely a lot better with the Mage Slayer Sange now. The Avatos plus Ice Blast is not enough to kill him in one fell swoop. So that's at least a plus, but then they'll probably just turn their attention to using it on the Beastmaster, for instance, or anyone else for that matter. Get the quick kills.
Radiant needs to get a gem. Their movement just failed because there was a ward on the enemy triangle. They really need to secure map control.
Dire's top tower.
Maybe force
Oh.
Mosquito Clan to make mistakes.
Vitally has a gem right now, so all you have to do is kill off that Beastmaster once again. As it's kind of needed. They have a Glimmer Cape on the Ancient Apparition. They have a Glimmer Cape on the Bristleback. So the invisibility is invulnerability shenanigans are in play, and Pipe is being delivered to Moose. That is such a fat Phoenix. 4-staff, Shard,
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
which I think he bought as well, because I think the free Shard went to the AA.
Dire's top tower is under
This Phoenix is huge, and they're pushing high ground. He's got the right-click facet on Bristleback with the Seeing Red, so stuff's dropping quickly.
And the Skellies are here. It's gonna fall really quickly.
No fortification anymore, so yeah, it's gone. That's the tier 3 tower removed. And the full set of racks. Which is gonna hurt because they got fortification back up in 10 seconds.
Are under attack. Dire's top tower.
And Pyke is just trying his best to farm BKB. He was waiting on the cooldown of Midas. Now he has it. Time to do something, guys. But 2 minutes on the Aegis still. Do you wait it?
I mean, if you waited, your base is gone.
Tower is under attack.
Oh, they keep going.
Well, smoke up from the side. Shell nearby. Smoke breaks.
Oh,
They are all there. K1's just farming next to them. He's got the BKB. Spots out Vitally. Summons a couple of skeletons. Jumps in aggressively. Tries to get the stun in. Spots out Yadomi. And Night Stalker ulti comes out. So Michel
Okay.
can get all the vision needed. Ice Blast flying out towards
Dire's
PP.
middle tower is under
Is not going to get caught by the Ice Blast. It's going to get tossed back to Illich. But the backline needs to be still a little bit careful. Moose does have the Phoenix Egg available. Illich it might lose his first life. Pike doesn't even get the Doomcast off. Is dead. And
no
Elmisha
buyback.
will get jumped. The roar gets thrown out onto the Phoenix. But the Phoenix still has Egg, baby. You can roar him all you want. You don't have the damage to kill him. Vitally drops Gem is on deck. That's picked up now by Dark Mago. Bike doesn't have a buyback. And Gigi gets cold. Yeah, they just got... I mean, this game was out of control from the laning stage on.
Dire's middle
They were just waiting for this BKB on Doom, but
Wow. Dark Mago has 32 commands in 15 games. That's impressive.
Prepare for battle.
he's a good manner.
I mean, it's also impressive at the fact that you play at that high rank Dota and you don't get too many of the same teammates every single game. Well, smoke for smoke gets broken. Yeah. Do you? What's the timing this game for Perritos? Do you think?
For Perritos, Tide Blink Vladimir is the first one. And of course, you need to wait for the Bristleback Aghanim. So Bristleback is the real carry for like 14 minutes, 13 to 14 minutes. You just secure Bristleback's farm, and then it switches to Tidehunter and Bristleback being more active.
Okay. Okay. Curious to see how that's gonna go. Obviously, there are also some big wombo combos. You got the vacuum wall that they can go for on the Radiant side later in the game, even Storm with Ags.
The battle
Yeah.
begins.
And then vacuum wall into Wheel of Wonder, stuff like that. They have all 4 bounties picked up. That's not bad for Mosquito Clan.
That's a nice start.
I'm baffled at the fact that there was not even a single... No one
How
even
don't-
took any damage.
How don't you just pick one? Like at least one.
No one fought. Like, they just weren't there on Perritos.
Maybe they're just thinking about other things. Our brains
Nice weather, eh?
are too small.
Nice weather, eh? Let's just give the enemy a free 160 gold at the start per enemy hero. Seems like a good idea.
So at the same time, you need to like secure Bristleback some good farm. You cannot allow Tidehunter to have a bad game because this hero, the recovery for this hero is kind of slow. Even though he's able to farm ancients and all, it's still kind of slow. Has to have a decent lane at least.
And same with the bottom lane with the Bristleback. It can be very dangerous if you get caught early on by the Ursa. But Ursa is, in the first couple of levels, still very weak as well. So Bristle can harass him nicely together with the Phoenix's Fire Spirit spam.
Yeah, just play for creeps and experience on Bristleback. No need to go ham him or play for kills all this lane. Just push the wave. Allow your Phoenix to go and stack for you.
That's definitely a good aspect, of course, trying to get those stacks. The stacks are very hard to steal for the Radiant side. Elmisho's being chased by Michel, and Elmisho can't TP out because Michel is keeping the Void. So he's gonna... Oh, actually, Michel just used Void, so Elmisho can TP away. That should have been first blood. Speaking of which, Illich bottom lane is dead. That is going to be first blood secured for Pike, and that's not the way you want to start the game.
Nope, not really. This is illegal. Should never happen. Phoenix was like trying to pull the wave. But that's a classic move, right? Your support leaves the lane for some reason, and then you just die. You don't realize that. happened.
K1 got vacuumed back as well, but they don't have anywhere close to enough damage to kill off a Tide who has over 1,000 HP at the start of the game.
Not even with bracers complete.
Yeah, he's got nothing. He's got a couple like Circlet, Gauntlet of Strength, Magic Wand, Iron Branch. That's like what 1, 2, 3. That's 9 strength added. How does he have 1,100 HP?
It's the lore. You're a big boy.
It's the Krill Eater.
Yeah, Leviathan.
And he should have no problems in that top lane whatsoever. Together they shouldn't ever be able to kill him, but the big one is going to be that Ursa. Who's going to go Battle Fury build and just try and scale fast into late game. And if you get to a point on the Ursa where you get Ags plus Shard, it's over. He's
The
just going
ward
to run you down.
sees Yadomi.
Well, he's making sure no stacks can be made, or at least from the small camp. Oh, Moose gets feared to the side.
Ember's
A
coming.
little bit of a duel there. Yadomi dropping low. And Moose just gets the straight up kill.
Solo. Not sure if it was solo XP, but solo kill.
Moose played a really good Phoenix last game as well. Had so much farm.
Oh my
Would be great if they managed.
goodness.
1v1 and Illich takes down Pike.
2 1v1s. And they won 2 of them, both of them. On Dire.
That ain't great. Illich, curious to see if he's actually going to go for the same route this game of just rushing the Ags. Would assume so. But it wouldn't be the weirdest thing if he goes for like a Well, no, if he would have gone Halbert, he would have already gone for the items for it. PP in mid getting ganked by Moose. And Moose is just making some magic happen on the map here.
Yep. Rotating at 5 minutes. Bristol back. Getting a solo kill at the bottom lane. Things are starting to look good for the Perro. Perrito.
Illich.
Come on, Illich.
Get back, but he's actually wants to go back in onto Yadomi. There's Moose nearby. Moose is playing a dangerous game. Is going in aggressively onto Pike, and now Illich with the viscous nasal goo spam is looking for multiple targets. Yadomi will be the one taken down, as Pike still has some quill spray stacks on him. Needs to be careful.
That was a really
another
nice
kill for
bait.
Illich.
He pretended he was going for Ursa, so Grimstroke. I keep repeating Grimstroke, so the Circus boy gets out of position, and then you just go and kill it.
Yeah, I understand. I love Grimstroke as well, and they destroyed his
Their
ink spell.
attack animation, I don't know. I keep saying it's Grimstroke when it's Ringmaster. I don't know why.
Yeah, Ringmaster, new heroes, strange names. There's rotation actually with El Micho going towards bottom. Pike needs to be careful, as he is in a world of hurt on the side. Illich chasing for more. Pike is going to get taken down. Kill gets secured. Big zip comes out, and Illich is going to be a second one dead. El Micho is on the run now. Slowly
Doesn't have
but
a
surely.
TP.
Yeah, he's going to die eventually.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Today, probably. But he's at least going to take them for a spin.
Can he juke them? He doesn't really want to.
Oh, he's actually going for a little bit of a man fight here himself. Mini Ravage thrown out onto Yadomi, but El Micho dies. Nonetheless, good rotation from PP towards bottom to help out, kill off Illich, who is now level 6, so he will get the Warpath stacks going.
K1 skipped Ravage, by the way. Can't blame him.
I mean, he shouldn't be seeing any action anytime soon. Illich has the tier 1 bottom gone.
He's going eggs on Bristol back. I'd like to see K1 getting the early point on Ravage so they can kill the Storm. There's 2 points on Searing Chains in Ember Spirit, so yeah, that could work. Maybe on next level.
And next level he's probably going to go Anchor Smash though.
Oh my god.
Gotta get
Maybe
that
for
back level
the
Anchor Smash.
10 minutes rune fight? I don't know. At some point he's gonna have it.
And Moo's closing in on his. I mean, the level 6s are going to be very important for these supports, especially. Well, Night Stalker not necessarily the most important.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, zip in. Drag onto Dark Mago. Sleight of Fist dodge of the whip. Control onto PP. Forced to zip all the way back. So much dot damage on him. He needs to continuously zip. Otherwise, he's dead.
He's
But Dark
going.
Mago with the haste rune just charging at him. At the Fire Remnant down. Gets the jump all the way back in mid. There is going to be a move from Vitali. Has the vacuum wall. Usefulness. They lose just Domi once again. Vitali can't even get anything here. He's going to get rooted up. The Darkseer is in a lot of trouble. Sleight of Fist available. Triple kill for Dark Mago. Looking for Michel maybe for a fourth. He's got the double impact facet, so the damage is insane. Ultra kill Dark Mago. Guys, we're 9 minutes in the game. How does he have an ultra kill?
There are some rules when you're playing against the spirits. If the spirit has a rune, you avoid fights.
Yeah, they want to go in for moves, but
Radiant's middle tower
PP's out of mana. The Dark Mago is back with full.
Rampage? Oh,
Unstoppable.
come on, Bob.
PP gets rooted. Illich is here. PP's got almost no mana left.
Radiant's top
Dark Mago's just gonna chase. I mean, that would be a dieback, and sorry, not a dieback, but a very sad little storm at the very least. Okay,
Bro, Darkseer was having a great game at the top lane. He was second in net worth.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
and I haven't even seen. I mean, who cares about K1, right? If you're mid Dark Mago Ember 7-0. He has
And
Mage
he has
Slayer
Ravage.
about done on Ember.
They're gonna try to gank the Tide Hunter.
Okay. He does have Ravage available. Phoenix goes in. K1 needs help. Ice Blast flies out. They find 2 kills in response, and that's 2 more cores dead. They're right.
Too big of a hero to hide in the trees.
Well, bottom lane Pike needs to be careful that he doesn't randomly get spotted by Illich, who's got 2 pieces of his Ags finished. Chasing Michel, dropping low. Dark Mago has a regen rune, but luckily enough, no Fire Remnants to work with.
I really like the way they are playing on Dire. They really needed to just slow down the Ursa timings. And then you can just walk around on the map. Ursa doesn't really want to join fights.
Ooh, Pike. He's dead. Straight up, easy quick kill. Thank you very much. I also love the fact that Dark Mago went for max level Sleight of Fist Searing Chains. So no like Flame Guard shenanigans in mid, just max level Searing Chains for the 3-second duration route.
Half HP on Ringmaster, by the way.
Yep. Fun stuff. They're just outplaying them so hard. Even with the Tide being technically like a really good game for Ursa, but getting this much bullied. Speaking of which, K1 this time is going to be the one getting bullied. Ice Blast connects onto 3 heroes. Alicia's like, can I get anyone in response? But Dark Mago will be able to find another kill. In the meantime, the supports need to be
Radiant's
a
middle
bit
tower
careful.
is under attack.
While
Yeah, he
Illich
should
is
not
pushing the tier
Be
2.
there. He should not be there on Tide. Unless he was like baiting, but that was not the case.
If Dark Mago was nearby, then that would
Yeah.
have been great, but Dark Mago was too far away. He does have his Mage Slayer. 12 minutes Mage Slayer done. Sure.
Are scanning.
They're gonna keep calling the bluff on the Tide Hunter if he keeps doing this.
Invis on Dark Mago. Root comes up. Michel cannot get out. Yeah, the way that they're playing right now, I can't say that anyone else deserves. If they continue this game and win it in this fashion, no one else in South America deserves as much as this team.
Yeah. They're outclassing Mosquito. It really makes them feel like lost. We know they are really good players on Mosquito Clan, but look at this.
Yeah, top side. There is going to be a jump in. That's a big kill if they can secure it. Nice silence coming out. That's a beyond godlike she picked up for Pike. Okay, that's his Battle Fury done. Just instantly. Boom, thank you.
1k gold.
Yep. You're very strong against everyone except for either Silence or Ursa. Because Ursa does just tons of physical damage. And you do not handle physical damage on Ember.
Phoenix has Scepter. Ursa's gonna be really sad.
Well, Ursa's plan is still farm for quite some time until he gets his Bling Dagger. And Illich has his Ags done as well. Tormentor should be spawning in about a minute, so that should be a good objective for the side of Perrito. I mean, it can also, of course, be taken by Mosquito Clan, considering they are all hovering towards the top side of the map. And, well, yeah, with Pike there, should be able to clear it.
Let's see if there's any plans in defending the top tower. I don't think so.
Yeah, Lich, they'd rather get the tier 2 tower. There is a smoke, though. They know it's about to turn daytime in 15 seconds. PP needs to be very careful, as he's nowhere near the rest of his team. Rooted up. Icarus dive forward, Yule's up, Ice Blast comes flying out, and PP gets crushed. But the Tormentor did get picked up by the Radiant side, so that's a big one. They got it onto Yadomi for the Spotlight Shard. But the fact that it cannot be picked up for the Dire side for free is actually pretty big. That's about 2.5k net worth swing.
Yeah, it was a nice play by them, deciding to go for the Tormentor.
Shrine of Wisdom also picked up by the Night Stalker. So they're getting some good value moves, and Ursa is almost done with the blink. He is becoming stronger.
They made some mistakes on Perrito Panzon, like the pick off on Tidehunter, the aggressive play on Ember Spirit, ending up on his death.
K1 also has a Mage Slayer. They have 2 Mage Slayers now on the Dire side.
I think it up.
It doesn't really do anything against Ursa, though. Which is the only one that I would be fearing this game. Icarus dive, catch onto Ringmaster, Ice Blast comes flying out. Shouldn't really, yeah, it's not even going to connect onto anyone, but it's the second tier 2 tower secured, with only top lane having a tier 2 tower left.
They're going top.
Wow, look at how disgusting this is, by the way. Moose has a Yules. K1 is... Okay, he had queued up that he wanted to use. Illich is building a Yules. Dark Mago is building a Yules. Like, they're gonna have 3 Yuleses. And probably Ancient Apparition at one point as well. Okay, zip in, catch on to El Misho, but the bigger target is the Phoenix, so he can't get the egg off. Will get taken down before the silence continues. 2 supports are dead, and now they need to run away because Pike is on the chase. Baiba comes out from the A, throws out, actually TP's right in. They lose 2,
Ember?
Because the Ember is just hunting for more. Gets the root onto the Ursa. No enrage left. Ravage gets thrown out. The Ursa's going to get ice blasted. And they get a 4-man kill squad going.
Yeah, it was a nice try going on the supports. But they did not have enough in the tank to keep going.
Yeah, they threw everything on the supports, which, as you said, was nice. But the cores are full HP.
You need to like do that and run away, disengage quickly. But their disengage is like Storm Spirit zipping away. Ursa cannot do anything about it. But Ember was still able to catch the Storm.
The Dark Mago's almost done with the S and Y. I mean, he could always just scale into more of a right-click Ember Spirit. Going Roshan, get that Aegis on the Bristleback, killing him off a second time is going to be very rough.
When was the last time you saw a BKB on Tidehunter?
Have I seen that? I don't think I've ever seen
about
a
to see
BKB
it.
on Tide. That's weird. I guess so that he can pop the Ravage against Night Stalker. That's the only
Yeah.
reason. There's literally no other reason to get it except for dealing with Crippling Fear.
He's sick of it.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
It is a very annoying spell, though. I can very much understand why.
Power of the boss for Night Stalker. He's making the enemy carry Tidehunter by BKB.
Then again, you said enemy carry Tidehunter, so there's already something wrong on your sentence.
Yeah.
Because if it was a
That's not on
off-team
me.
Tidehunter, you'd get a 4-staff, and then it also works. Illich with that Aegis, 4 more minutes.
The plan going high ground, really? Okay, I'm ready.
K1 takes a lot of damage. BKB used by Pyke. They get the kill onto Yodomi. Illich on the backline is going to get jumped in. Ice Blast comes flying out. You cannot heal in the fountain at that stage. So need to be careful while they go for these racks. And K1, of course, with that Vlad's heals back up to full if the creep spawn. Illich doesn't care if he loses his first life, as he will have a second soon enough.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Not that fast on the siege. But if the enemy is not doing anything, you're in a rushing.
They get a free set of racks. They're trying to cut away the creep wave. There is no Ursa with
Radiant's bottom barracks.
the BKB. Does have enrage though, and K1 is looking to maybe catch out Pyke.
Fearless. Does have BKB already?
Yeah, Pyke's just on the run. And they're looking for more racks. Tier 2 tower top. Luckily enough is still a saving grace, and Illich is just gonna break, deal unhealable damage. Add in some moves, Sunray healing, keep the Tricore topped up.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Do a lot of time on these Aegis.
Fortification used, they get the Ice Blast onto the Dark Seer, yules him up in the middle of a surge. Ravage gets thrown. That
my
might have been a
God.
little bit overzealous. Okay, not a little, but that was very much overzealous.
He hates Vitaly. That's for sure.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
I don't know why he didn't have that battle lane. Dark Mago is going to get taunted by the Wheel of Wonder. They lose Dark Mago. Zipping on the back line. Moose does have the egg as Pyke is chasing after Illich still, but Illich still has a second life. He just kills off Pyke. Didn't even pop Enrage on Ursa. They're team wiped.
That was his way of calling GG quietly.
I don't know.
Hey guys, I died. Damn.
Radiant's middle barracks.
They're so
I think-
strong.
That was weird. Not gonna lie. Like, that entire fight and didn't pop Enrage once. They're just gonna
Always
go
think that you
first.
can save it for the right time.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They do have vacuum wall if you can get a 4-man catch, but probably needs to smoke up so that he can even get close.
Radiant's
Ursa is
Ancient
up
under
right
attack.
now. And there's still a tier 2 left top, so they can't get megas, but they've already gotten rid of the tier 4s. So the entire Ancient is
Radiant's
up
Ancient
for
is
grabs.
under attack.
So how's the Blink Dagger situation on Ursa? They desperately need that for the next fight. 200 gold away, not really bad. But he still needs the item, so
Oh, K1 top. Yeah, if they went for him, they'd get absolutely demolished.
they're like
Phoenix is-
bodyguards on Ursa. So he can buy Blink Dagger.
Would he be smoked?
Radiant's top
So
tower
random
is
bristles flying all over the place.
Radiant's top
But there'd be
tower
backup
has
for
fallen.
K1. Who knows? K1 is still building up that BKB. He's very close to finishing it up. Feels so incredibly underfarmed even though he's second net worth. That's just how fast this game is going. Radiance for Illich is almost done.
It is 23 minutes into the game.
The bristle with the Radiance.
Yeah,
You got
Ursa's
an Ember
gonna have
and
a hard
Bristle.
time.
And Bristle's the one carrying the Radiance. This is such a weird game. I guess he probably wants some spell lifesteal afterwards. Amplify damage rune on the Ember Spirit.
Double damage empowers me.
So ready to knock on some buildings.
This is his third AD rune, I think.
Oh, Illich is going Butterfly instead. That's gonna be rough for the Ursa to even kill off the Bristleback at that stage. Because he's not gonna have MKB anytime soon. He has queued up that he wants to get MKB though. But now you're also gonna have a Bristleback with the base attack speed percentage increase of 20% on Bristle, who does insane amounts of right-click damage with those Warpath stacks at max.
They're just going.
Oh, root on PP. There's a quick save. Pike is bottom lane. Should be showing up. Yeah, he's clearing the creep, so they know he's Pike is bottom.
I think he should be there. Should TP. Oh, Butterfly. Butterfly.
Radiant's
Yep,
top tower
Illich is
under attack.
pretty bulky. And they're getting chased down by a random illusion. The range racks are dropping. Okay, only melee left. Sip in. PP needs to be careful. There's going to be the Ravage Throne. Everyone being kept away. Ice Blast connects. PP's dead. Has a buyback available on the Storm. Vacuum wall placed onto 2. There's going to be the Wheel of Wonder, but doesn't really do too much. Illich is just running through the enemy lines. And I'm still looking for this Ursa, as he wants to fight up against Illich. Gets used up in the sky, held down below, pops his enrage, gets saved. In the fountain, Illich runs, and he's just there, turns his back, and everyone is going to drop dead.
Congrats, guys. You
Yeah,
made it.
That's a DreamLeague 26 contestant coming up. Perrito Panzon, XM80. Get the job done. Very convincingly. Honestly, like, if this is your upper bracket finals, 100% deserved. They demolished the Mosquito clan. Not even close.
Outclassed them hardly. First game,